Alright. So, I had to look for with no commentary because it was just a video of the actual demo for Armored Core 6 5 Rubicon. Because I want to talk about this. This should put down the people who say it's a Souls-like. Armored Core 6 has Souls elements. These are elements that have been developed as a game engine in Dark Souls or Elden Ring. And now they're being added to Armored Core. And this is proof. But does it mean that it is Dark Souls? No. You have no dodge roll, people. I know that people are probably going to say, is that your only angle? No, it's not medieval Europe. You can't fly over abysses. You don't have a radar, so you can't see your enemies on a mini-map, or a compass, or navigation beacon, which Armored Core has had a bunch. You can't scan enemies, which Armored Core has had, which you can't do in Dark Souls or Elden Ring. In this video, you're going to see a lot of Armored Core elements. And I really want to talk about it, there should be enough proof, the demo, and I've only seen like a few of these videos out, and maybe it came out today. I've only seen 2 people said they got like exclusively from Bandai Namco, and I've seen a few people like get no commentaries. This one I sort of liked. It didn't have like static interference. I didn't think that this would happen this soon, but the developers must be really excited to make a working Armored Core after so long, because my God, I won't lie. After Verdict Day, I thought they put this away for good, and then I saw the report long ago that they were making it in development, and then my friend was like, hyping me up. He was like, yeah, it could be Armored Core, and then Elden Ring came out. And I got Elden Ring, and I tried it out, and yeah, FromSoft is a good game. And I'm glad my friend is giving me the same sort of benefit of the doubt that I gave him with Elden Ring, where, it's a FromSoft title, and it's probably going to be a good game. Because I've never been disappointed with a FromSoft game. And Dark Souls fans out there, if you are one and you watch my video, I hope you realize that you will not find disappointment in Armored Core. It's a new experience. But I will tell you, you'll enjoy it. You will. You'll have rough moments, you'll be angry at yourself, but you'll learn, you'll enjoy it, and you'll realize it was a journey. A journey paved in fire and pain, but one where you win. Well, at the very end, after a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. You know what? Let's start watching the demo. God, no. Yeah, today is, it's now June 15th. I guess I saw it around June 14th. Yeah, I don't sleep like normal people, so I'm sort of awake during the day changes. So, yeah. Alright, this looks like a basic level. Large level. Definitely not open world. Extremely large. We got our craft here. We have the shield, we got the missiles, we got the gun, and we got the blade. Alright, we got some boosting going on. Side boosting, cool. And that's a lot of flight. There's the overboost. In older Armored Cores, I just want to say, when you fall down a pit, it's hard to really climb. You had a hard time climbing because you have the weight of the AC going against you. That was like no delay. Let's go back to where he was falling. Like there, he was falling, and then all of a sudden he started picking up. In Armored Core, you would start like boosting in the older ones, and you would slowly rise back up. Just that little detail is like it's speaking volumes to the amount of energy and thrust you have in this game. And maybe that's probably because he probably made a good energy build with like actual good generator capacity, which you want for flight. You want regen if you're fighting. Although I always like to say a good middle ground is always best because you want a decent regen and a decent capacity to get things done. And I just love the assault boost. It's literally just overboost with like a new name. And you got the stagger. That's a pretty standard stagger, actually. Okay. Yeah, I thought the flight would be a lot like Armored Core 4, but this reminds me a lot of Armored Core 2 flight. Alright. Ooh, we locked on. Okay. Firing some missiles. Cool blade. Missiles. Nice, nice. Here's the new mechanic. There you go, Dark Souls fans. There is your Elden Ring wellspring to ring your torso. You know, that's a mechanic. That is mechanic. You know, I don't think he needed that necessarily to get up there. I'm pretty sure he had enough boost gauge to get up there. I think that could have been used if it was something that was above most common boost gauges to help like climb through the level. Or like maybe he was low on energy and had to use it. I can see that being useful as like a non-energy use thing. And I noticed he had a bit of a glide. Let's go back there. Yeah, he has a bit of a glide. Goes on the pad. Yeah, there's glide. Yeah. So we have the gliding mechanic in Armored Core 5. But we have like the weight, I would say, somewhere between Armored Core 4. Oh! What? No. Let's go back. That was cool. He makes contact with his leg. Big explosion happens, and he yeets his opponent. Alright. My god. It's no longer just a kick that just shreds through your opponent. Like you put your leg through it and it's like a giant claw that rips through their metal. You literally just punted him into the sun. They definitely brought back the kick mechanic. I was so excited for it because that means that we can have a tank and we can burst through stuff. Alright. Ooh, a tight environment. Nice. So it's a machine gun. Okay. Ah. Oh, it's the Droideka! Probably an automatic enemy, not a manned enemy. Robot enemies. So annoying. Okay. Ooh, he scanned. Now, this was a feature in Armored Core 5 that they introduced, scanning. But it was like a mode switch you had to do, which would bring you out of combat. This looks like a trigger toggle. You're not using any sensory units like the Mentor or Sticky to like scan a particular area. It seems like it radiates around the AC, which is nice. And you can see through walls without actually getting out of combat mode, which is, in my opinion, a big improvement. It's nice to see this. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay. He's definitely acting like he has a reticlist. Just annoying. Okay. There he goes. He did it. And we're going into customization now. Yeah, this looks a lot like Armored Core 4. For the customization, or 4 answer. Actually, they both have the same system. It's, well, it's different in 4, but, I mean, it basically runs the same in 4 answer, too. Ooh, okay. Boss of the Blade pattern. Nice. We're using the side thrusters. There we go. Gotcha. He's a quad enemy. Impressive. So I guess he had to change his AC up for that. Is that it? Wait a minute. Wait, is that? Oh, that wasn't a cannon. That was. He has a shotgun right over here. I guess that's a special type of missile he probably likes. A rifle. This is a classic Armored Core boss right here. Giant monster machine with a lot of damage and fast attacks and patterns. Interesting. Very interesting. Ooh. Alright. Oh, it's an energy rifle he's using. Okay. It has a charge. That's being brought back. And now you see my recommendations. Lovely. Yeah, it doesn't help me, does it? No. Yeah. Yeah, well. Yeah, I just want to mention that when you pull this up, you don't get to see a lot of these. I've been watching these people, and now there is new people who I guess I'll probably watch this guy next at my own time. Maybe this guy. Who knows? It is a quest I go on to find the details. I just want to hear other people's opinions, you know? Because I'm not the only long-term fan of Armored Core. Granted, a lot of them now are like dads, okay? And that's because the release date of the original Armored Core, I mean, my brother got his original Armored Core in a bargain bin at Staples for like $10, and now it's like a highly rated copy that's worth over $100 at like game convention, and online people are like selling it for like close to $1,000. Yeah, you know, it got him so meticulous now. He's like, yeah, if you can play my games, but not now they can't leave my home. And I'm like, man, we had a tight bond, and now my brother's like getting really paranoid, like I'm gonna lose this game. Jesus. This is a person again I've sparred Armored Core with. I let him use it on Armored Core 4 and 4 answer my 360. You know, I never worried once about him losing my shit, because I knew he would take care of it. You know, my brother's a little paranoid. That's family, right? And because Armored Core became such popularity, the price tag just made him more paranoid. I've actually been talking about him getting the game, but he wants to buy. He has to buy. He says, "I have to buy a whole new computer. I don't want to upgrade my my supercomputer for 3D printing." You know, it'd be cool if we could 3D print the new Armored Cores. You know, I just want to see someone like get the model and be able to 3D print it, because like for the old PS2 emulator, apparently you can run that on Blender, and I think a guy like he made a video on how to like grab the model and do stuff with it. But it was like a long time ago. I remember watching that. Just love it. It made the scan mode so much easier. You guys have no idea how having it like a trigger, like one button, and scan. You had to go in a mode, you had to fly, you had to maintain lock on while in scan mode, because scan mode had its own separate lock on. The head had to determine the scan part range. This is revolutionary. Yeah, I just want to talk about another thing. He's already at level with that right there. Now, a lot of the fans were nervous about this, the long-term fans, and I felt like it might have been like 20% of them, from what I've seen. A lot of them welcomed this or said, "Yeah, it's kind of weird." I think the majority said it's kind of weird that we have this, but they don't hate it. In my opinion, I feel like this could be utilized as like a really fun mechanic, where if you're like running out of energy and like you've completely wasted because you were like flying around like a madman, and all of a sudden you found the right path and you want to get there, but you're out of energy, and all you're doing is gliding into the abyss, and your energy regen is going slow because you haven't landed on a solid structure to have a fast regen. Well, I see landing on this all of a sudden and immediately going back into the air. Like, just give me a little more air time just to cause some devastation from above. Which is like gold to me, in a way. I mean, I hope this gets really good, but for now, I feel like people are just going to call us, it's a torrent spring. It's from Elden Ring. And yeah, it's a game mechanic they developed. Why wouldn't they use it in like a new game? You know, it's not a Souls-like. This is Armor Core. Probably at its best with like the best elements of Dark Souls thrown into it, because before Dark Souls, Armor Core led the whole From Software community. And then it got slapped to the curb and thrown into the pit of extinction. And it came back because, hey, the developers wanted to make one for so long. Now let's talk about this. This is a gate area. Armor Core 3 has it. When they do level changes, this helps with rendering. You sort of go in there and it's a whole separate area. And you might have to wait for the gate to change. That's sort of like an intermediary point. I would love to see that be implemented again. It seems like it is. If it's not, it's just a really fancy door. In which case, it's a cool door. It gets my thumbs up for the door. Now, let's talk about the shield. Okay? People think the shield is a new thing, you know, and I would say, like, the very minority, or like the Dark Souls player who have never seen a mech with a shield. In Armor Core, we've always had shields. We've had shields since PS2 era with Armor Core 2. We had the energy shield where it would take a percentage of damage, whether energy or solid, for the hit. And it would drain your actual energy reserves when you used it. And then we had the shoulder energy shields, and we had actual physical shields in Armor Core 3, and physical shields for the shoulders. Let's see. Armor Core 4, we had the PA shield strengtheners for your primal armor, which counts as shield, and plus primal armor itself is a shield. What else have we had? Let's see. Armor Core 5. There was no shield, but your legs sort of opened up as a shield because it had a shield on the front whenever you were using a heavy sniper weapon. I guess that's sort of a shield. But in Verdict Day, they actually gave you a handheld shield that you would have in front of you, and it would sort of activate as a tower shield, you know, to block shots and stuff. And I really wish I could talk about it, but I can't use my copy of Verdict Day because my Xbox is dead, and that pisses me off. But shields are in Verdict Day. You know, I think that's when they got really popularized, because when I remember in the past, just, you know, being in like middle school and watching people play Verdict Day when my teachers weren't looking. I would see people deploy the shields and stuff and use them in combat, and they were so cool. But now it's sort of like, you know, here's a reaction. He timed it, pops out the shield, and he sort of like, it seems to be like he could have held it, you know, kept the shield out longer, which was neat. But it's an energy shield, okay? It's not your standard bullet shield or a giant piece of steel. It's energy, which means they're bringing back energy shields. So I'm curious to see if this has a energy requirement like in Armor Core 2 or Armor Core 3 or so on and so forth, all the way to Last Raven. Because, come on, people. If you haven't, energy shields, man. They are something. I mean, literally one of them is shaped like a cross in the old armor cores, and I just always remembered that one when I think energy shields. It's like, I had a goofy catchphrase with that. But here's the thing: when normally you have an energy shield, it took away your ability to bash the ever-living crap out of something with a blade, because it would literally swap out your blade. But it's on your back now, and he has still a blade, which is just revolutionary in my opinion. All right, we have gone past the time of you had to choose between a blade or a shield. What I haven't seen yet, however, is dual wielding with guns, and I know a lot of people, me included, really like that mechanic. They introduced it in Armored Core 3. You know, the very same 3 I have a lot of gameplay of. And it's been a staple all the way up to 5. So I'm hoping that we can dual wield guns in this. I really am. I haven't seen anything that has denied it or confirmed it yet. I have heard information that has been told to me that we are not going to have inside parts or any hangars. We have apparently one expansion port. Don't know what that is. I would love to see where it is, or if it's literally a slot for the core. Because I have a feeling that ECM in the thing, for the Armor Core, what we saw in the first trailer, the actual trailer for the game, that port probably right over here, the expansion port. We have a very simplified setup. This is what I call a noob-friendly interface. This is if you don't want to go into depth and you learning Armor Core the first time. This will get you by if you follow these basic stuff, the basic information. You sort of can build with like the rule of cool and make a okay unit. It won't be the greatest unit you'll ever create in Armor Core. It won't be the greatest Armor Core, but you could probably beat most of the game with it. But like I would like to say to anyone who tries this, when you build an Armor Core, build it to your playstyle. And I would like to say that you should try and find your playstyle. Don't treat it like it's a hard task to do. It's very simple. Pick something you like, go for it. See how it works out. You start forming it, you start figuring it out. No matter how many times you die, it's okay to die. Man, this boss fight, man. It's a mini boss, but it's one that's enough of a threat. It's got a giant energy blade. It's a quad. I'm gonna leave that off here. I don't want to make a long video here. But I think I've talked about everything I want to talk about in Armor Core for today, especially Armor Core 6. So, I hope you all like what I have. Expect more videos from yours truly, and I'll leave off with my promise. I will, when Armor Core 6 launches, I will be playing it, and I will, I'm probably gonna either record it and post the episode, or maybe I'll just live stream, and then I'll do like a playthrough, because I know a lot of veterans like me are probably going to be like close to being in the game after day 1 or day 2 of like owning the game. And the only way we're not going to be is that they made it, in my opinion, really, really long. Like, I would say Armor Core 3. Armor Core 3 was very long, or Silent Line. Nexus, maybe. Last Raven was short, but really tough, I would say. I would give it the same description to 4. I would not recommend anyone to play 4 right off the bat. Yeah. Tune in next time, folks. Thanks for watching.